Hello students, I am Dr. PC Cambodia, Associate Professor in the Department of English, BSR Government Arts College, Alwar, Rajasthan. This video is for the students of MA Final English Literature Paper First, Principles of Criticism. In this essay, we discuss T.S. Eliot's essay Tradition and the Individual Talent. T.S. Eliot was born in the United States of America. He was educated over there and then he shifted to England, where he started his career as a clerk in the Lloyd's Bank, and later on he became the director of the famous publishing company Faber and Faber, and he also worked as the editor of Time magazine. Later on he became a professor of poetry. He discusses the meaning of tradition in his essay Tradition and the Individual Talent. He says that the Britishers, they do not know the meaning of the word tradition. They do not make use of the word tradition in its noun form. That is to say, a tradition or the tradition. If Britishers are to make use of the word tradition, they make use of it in its adjectival form. They do not use when they are making use of it in its general sense, that is a tradition, or in its specific form, the tradition, and they use its adjectival form, that is traditional, in order to express its absence when they deplore its presence, and they say poetry of so and so is not too traditional, or poetry of so and so is traditional. Eliot wants that he would clarify the meaning of the word tradition. He says that if tradition means handing down of certain literary practices in blindfolded manner from one generation to the next, then he would like to discard such a meaning. Then he says that tradition is not rounded mass of something which cannot be identified. He says that tradition is gradation of literature. It is in form of hierarchy, and this tradition can be seen in form of division of books in big libraries where the writers are alive. The work of gradation of this tradition or arrangement of literature is over at a particular timing. Then the writers, which are no more important as time passes, they sink down in form of books, and space is created for the new arrivals. The new arrivals, if they are competent enough, then they are taken in gradation or hierarchy of tradition. This way we see that tradition is not static, but it is dynamic. Next comes the question, who will arrange this tradition? Who will define this tradition, and who will keep it in proper form? Then those who understand literature will do it. They may be professors, they may be eminent scholars, they may be critics, and we will have to see that they understand the literature right from the very beginning till its end in particular form. Say for example, if someone has to arrange the tradition of British literature, then he will have to go to the times of the early beginning of British literature and will have to come to the latest writers of British literature. In the same way, if European literature is to be graded or to be kept in form of tradition, the same is to be done. Then how tradition is related to individual talent? He says that individual writers are not to be placed separately. They are to be compared and contrasted. This comparing and contrasting is not to finish off the position of those writers who are less important. This comparison or contrast is there in order to provide them a specific position in the hierarchy of tradition. It is not to finish off their position. Next, we come to continual and continuous following of tradition. We will have to understand what continuous is and what continual is. If we pay attention to the painted lines on the end of the highways and the line that goes in between the road of the highways, then we can understand what continual is and what continuous is. Continual means continuity with discontinuity, and I have to quote the example, then I will follow the middle dotted line of the highways, that is continual, and the lines that are towards the end of the road, they are continuous and there is no gap. Eliot says that the new writers, they can follow tradition in continual way, that is, they can show their individual competence where the gaps are there, and where those dotted lines are there, those dotted lines of those road mean that they have to follow the tradition. One should not follow the tradition in such a way that he becomes servile or slavish imitator. If he does so, then he will be left nowhere for his individual talent. Then we have to follow the tradition and we have to stick to our individuality. Neither follow the tradition blindly so as to follow it in 100%, nor should we go to the concept of novelty so much so that we create 100% novelty. Tradition and individual talent are to be co-linked, and one should not go on tracing tradition all the time, because there will not be any scope for novelty. Dryden, in his essay on dramatic poetry, says that once novelty gone, interest dies. This novelty is restored and kept alive by individual talent, and it is the individual talent that differs a writer from the others, and he can show how competent he is in order to show his literary excellence and literary qualities. If we pay attention to the title of this essay, Tradition and the Individual Talent, then tradition here refers to literary tradition. Otherwise, tradition has got its other meanings also. Say for example, tradition related to the formalities of birth, tradition related to marriage ceremonies, but the tradition which Eliot talks about is literary tradition. And individual talent is the individual talent of literature that he has as his intellectual capacity. Therefore, we come to know that tradition is related to individual talent, and one should pay attention to tradition, study the tradition, and should be following tradition in faithful manner. We shall be taking the other topic in our next class. Thank you so much.